So you're out filming and you decide to go through a drive-through. Do you have to blur the employees' faces? Well, filming people in public places like a drive-through, there are several legal considerations that come into play, and it is a situation that's a little bit more nuanced than filming in purely public spaces. First off, we have to consider the expectation of privacy and the fact that this is private versus public property. Yes, the drive-through is accessible to the public, but it's technically private property owned by a business and that is licensed to members of the public for the specific purpose of coming there to purchase and eat food. That means that people might have a different expectation of privacy there than they would in that public square. So generally, it's a good idea to get consent, especially if your use is going to be commercial. In fact, in commercial use, you absolutely need consent. If you're just going to post it on YouTube and not monetize it, then maybe it's okay. But again, we've got that private property kind of thing. The business might also have a policy about photography and videography on their premises. And again, you want to make sure you know what that policy is before you go in there. And in some cases, you may even be required to get formal written release forms from your guests in order to comply with that policy. State laws regarding filming without consent vary by jurisdiction, so some states have stricter privacy laws than others. And then we need to consider the ethical requirements as well, because respecting the privacy and feelings of the people being filmed is an important consideration. Lots of folks would argue that it's perfectly ethical to ask for permission or at least inform individuals that they're being recorded, and then it might be unethical to do it without their consent. So the practical steps: ask for permission. If obtaining consent isn't feasible, then blur faces. That'll help mitigate the privacy concerns and legal issues, especially if you're using the footage in a commercial way. But ultimately, there's lots of nuance in the law and lots of potential for legal risk. So you're going to want to consult with a lawyer who specializes in media, entertainment, or privacy law.